How are you?
We hope you guys are doing great on a Sunday fun day. Welcome. JJ said he might stop by later, but he's currently upstairs with his mom away from the basement. So he asked if we could take over for him for this evening, at least for a little while until he stops by. And so we are here on a Sunday night. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we want to say hi to Jen G, who is joining us, as well as our man, the C-list YouTuber, Mitch. How are you doing, Mitch? And we've got the Cap in the house, and the Cap is in the house for a very special reason, because the Cap has a major unboxing. So you know what that means. Get the troll accounts out. Give us as many likes as possible. Obviously, there's only 17 of you watching now, so we need as many likes as you can get to us in the next hour or so we can have a fantastical unboxing. We'll also be talking a little bit about watches, of course. We'll look at some new releases. We'll look at, we'll talk a little bit about watches for Mother's Day as well. And we will have a race at the end of the show. So if you want to get into the race, you know how to do it. Super chat, member milestone chat, buy memberships for others, anyway, gift memberships, I should say. And of course, if you join the channel, that not only gets you in the race tonight, but that gets you into the WhatsApp group. And we would love to have you there. And we'll give away a couple of freebies at the end of the night. First of all, let's find out what everybody's got on the wrist this evening. Let's start with Jen G up there in the corner. What's on the wrist tonight?
Got the Universal Genève on wrist today.
Nice.
As chosen by AI along with the stack. So
I love that little UG, and you did such a good job putting that together.
It's absolutely
absolutely phenomenal. Mr. Mitch, what is on the wrist this evening, sir?
Because it's Sunday Fun Day, we have a Timex Marlin reissue.
Nice.
Oh, I've seen those in pictures, never seen one in person.
Yep.
Very cool.
So 39 millimeters, but the lug to lug is long enough that it doesn't look stupid on my wrist.
Yeah, that's awesome. Beautiful watch.
Yeah,
Cap, do you have anything on before your unboxing, or are you bare wristed right now?
Oh shit, Thomas is right. Thomas Broadbent said he could read the screen with my glasses. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I can see that too now.
Yes, you can. Wow. That's a mind bender. I am wearing the Rolex. I don't know if the green's coming out. The Rolex Submariner Hulk.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
I didn't even know you had a Hulk. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I got it at retail. In 2018. Fikers.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
How do you like that, Fikers? Yes, it can be done.
Love it.
Yeah, I love this. This is I don't wear it all that often, but I do wear it on occasions like this. Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas. I don't know. It kind of comes out when the mood strikes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put if anybody wants to hop on. Oh, that's the wrong link.
Oops.
Let me go get the link real quick. And if anybody wants to come on, I will pop it in the chat here. But let me go get the right link first.
Yeah, pop on so that you can trash my unboxing. Come on, join the fun. Let's do this.
Oh, we're not going to do that.
I don't care.
There we
I
go.
know you don't, but
I love that, man. I love that.
So the link is in there. I don't have a way to pin it, but it's in the chat. If anybody wants to hop on, please do. We would love to have the company. Let's see who's in the chat so far. We've got my man Kurt, JJSW, JJSW, JJSW. Welcome, Kurt. I hope you've had a great weekend. We've got Ryan Hofrey. Mom likes chocolates, cards, and flowers more than watches. My guess is most moms do. Thomas Broadbent is in the chat. Good evening, Thomas. Along with Vimal. And, of course, we have Thomas Broadbent again. We have Jen G. Of course, she's on the panel. We have AB, show us your box, Captain. If you like this, then there you go. You got to keep liking to see Cap's box. All we can say. Yeah,
Wow.
That's not free, man. That is not free.
yes.
Show us some super chats.
If I had an OnlyFans link, I would have posted a long time ago because I would need help. But anyway, hope you guys are all having fun. We're waiting on a few more people to get in here. We've got 24 so far. So again, go call your friends and tell your neighbors we are on the air. So come on, man. You ain't got nothing else to do. You've already seen your mom. Come on, man.
It's almost 9:30. Do you know where your children are?
Oh, she doesn't like she doesn't like flowers, cards, watches, or flowers. Kind of likes flowers. Okay. Gotcha. And Thomas encouraging folks to upvote. That's the only way you get to see Cap's box tonight is upvote.
Yeah, I don't like the narrative. I know you don't need to give that any more airtime than it deserves, which is none.
None.
The stupidity is beyond ridiculous. I was going to unbox this on GMT's channel, which is actually which is actually my channel because there'd be no viewers, and I could control the whole thing.
Control the narrative.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Anyway, moving on. Ryan Ofray. What's up, Ryan?
Yes, we're changing the narrative. Ryan, I thank you for being with us, along with Kevin Hawthorne. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We appreciate it. And Wrist Chick is in the house, traveling at the moment, or else I'd jump on. Thank you, Jen. Well, yeah, when you're not traveling, absolutely hop on. We'll be back on Tuesday night, so you're welcome to join us then as well. At right around the same time. We're at 9 Eastern, 8 Central time on Tuesday nights. So feel free to hop on then. We'd love to have you. And so we've gone over that. As far as watches for Mother's Day, have any of y'all ever given your mom a watch? I never did. But she never wanted much of anything for Mother's Day. She just always wanted to go out to dinner or just see me or whatever, because we lived in separate towns for a while, me up in Austin, her down in San Antonio. So really she just wanted to see family on Mother's Day. She didn't really care about any gifts or any of that kind of stuff. What about the rest of y'all? What did you guys used to do with your mom on Mother's Day?
Out for dinner, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always did dinner, candy, maybe flowers.
So, yeah, I'm an orphan. I was abandoned as a child and left at the doorstep of a church.
Ah.
So I was raised by monks. And it was interesting. Right? You can tell the Zen. No, that's not true. My mother, who is no longer with us, God rest her soul, was not really a big jewelry watch. She didn't wear watches as most people that I knew growing up. Like a lot of the women really weren't into watches or any kind of fancy jewelry or anything like that. I mean, whatever we had growing up were for her kids, So I think her, when I wanted my first Rolex, which was my sub 16610. Our neighbors ended up procuring it for us. So I think she got a lot of joy in that. And really was dinner and flowers and, a card, chocolates, but just being with everybody. And I think a lot of folks here, would have the same experience.
Yeah. $5 super chat from our friend Mark. Thank you so much. $5 for a sneak peek at Cap's box. There you go.
I don't know if I give a sneak peek, it's not a huge tell, but it's somewhat of a tell.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I want to give any hints because, whether it's a new piece or a pre-owned, any little hint could give something away. But then again, Lucha, I hope you, by the way, I saw him on the stream earlier. Sounds like he's doing better. So speedy recovery, Lucha. And sounds like everything is behind you, and it's hopefully positive going forward, and you'll feel better every day, even though I know you still were in some pain. So that sucks, but happy to hear you're doing well, doing better.
Yeah, and hopefully you can be with us on Tuesday if you feel up to it. If not, we certainly understand that, and we'll have you on the next Tuesday or whenever you feel up to it, man. It is all up to you and your health. Ryan Hofrey, $2 super chat for the wasted time. Prayers for Madman parents' health. Very, very certainly. Absolutely. We're thinking about Madman and his parents. I want to wish them all the best. Thomas Broadbent, first watch was a Timex at 8. I'm with you, Thomas. My first watch was a Timex at, I think I was 7. It was in first grade. So 6 or 7, I guess.
Yeah, my first one was a Timex also, around the same age. Don't remember precisely, but it was definitely a Timex.
So we've got moms buying kids watches. First Rolex in 1988 from his mom. AB, you are lucky man.
Yeah, I paid for mine out of my own pocket. But be nice to have gotten a Rolly as a gift. I think my first piece, I don't even recall, I certainly don't have it, would probably likely have been a Swatch.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea whatever happened to my old Timex. I have no idea. But it'd probably still be running today if I still had it. Because those things were tanks back in the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Collector Invest joins us, working on his man cave project. Hope that goes well. Appreciate it. Yeah.
That's interesting. And actually, wait, AB, you just triggered a memory. In college, I told the story before. When I was in college, so I guess it was high school graduation, I got a Tissot, just a regular Tissot dress piece. And from what I recall, because it was very short-lived, I think it was a blue dial dress watch. And I wore it in the first week of college. I was living away. And so we went out to the bars like that night, and you're just meeting everyone for the first time. And everyone was packed into the only bar that we can get into, that wasn't carded. And I remember losing the watch that day.
Oh no.
That night I lost the watch. I went into the men's room or whatever, and it was like God knows how many people were just running around, and you're drinking and you're away from home for the first time. It was on a leather strap, thing came off, never saw it again. And then I had to make that phone call to my parents and tell them the bad news that the Tissot that they got for me somehow went missing. So,
And
I ended up getting that watch. I ended up getting a Tissot, like, I don't even know, 30 years later, with the white dial, the dress with guilloche on the dial. And I wore that for a while. Ignorance is bliss, if you will. I love that watch.
They're nice watches. I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, me neither.
It's a French name, and now it totally escapes me. But it's a really nice piece.
It had Le Laclais on the dial, which is probably where Tissot is from. I don't know if that is the name of it. Yeah,
I believe that is the name of it, the Le Laclais.
Yep.
Those are nice pieces. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. Nice dress piece.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of new watches that we can look at. So let me get that ready to go here and show you what we got. Get that added to stage. So the new Daniel Roth.
Yeah.
And I really like this. I think it looks really good. Let's see if we can't get some pictures of that. So what do you, this is the, I guess it's the numero uno, I have no idea. Each one's numbered, I guess, differently on the bottom of whichever one you get. But I think that's a really good looking watch. What do you guys think about that?
For the re-entry, absolutely. They didn't come in with a, hardcore complication like you normally see on a Roth, but I think it's a good way to reintroduce people to Roth.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
don't know anything about him.
I think Nate commented on one of the last shows that you can get similar Daniel Roths that, for a lot less money in the pre-owned old Daniel Roth market.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. But I think it's good looking. I don't know the price on this. We'll look that up in just a second. I'm sure it's exceedingly expensive.
Yeah.
It looks nice, man. It's
But
sharp. Looks sharp.
Nice little hand wound movement there.
Mm-hmm. Nice
Pretty
decoration on it.
movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very.
Yeah.
I like the bridges.
I'm impressed.
Looks like what's the pattern on that? Is that Guilloche on that dial?
on the dial? Let's see.
I don't know. I can't no.
It looks like just kind of a striped.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little stripe pattern.
Yeah. And then the center part is sunburst.
Yeah.
That's an interesting combination. You don't see that that often, right? With the
not the straight line.
Yeah. Nice contrast. I don't know. Daniel Roth is its own world because there were so many iterations, I believe, in the history of Daniel Roth with takeovers. Private equity groups took them over. I don't know the whole history. Then I think were they dormant for some time and then came back.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're buying a Daniel Roth for collection purposes, and Yiddish certainly would know more about this than I do. Which one do you go with? You clearly want the original Daniel Roths when he was there, but that's going, those prices are going to reflect the fact that he was there, when they were made.
Or do you go with the Breguets, because there are Breguets that he worked on that are very much his flavor for sure.
Yeah. The only thing I drove there was the Breguet Roth period, the Daniel Roth himself period, then the Bulgari takeover of Daniel Roth. Then I think it sort of slowly died out, and now it's back as with Daniel Roth's name, but Daniel Roth, I don't think has anything to do with it. But
now he doesn't. Yeah, it's LVMH now.
Yep.
So as Gambino says, the pricing is nuts. It's 49,000 Swiss francs. So obviously not something that I'll be getting or anybody here on the panel, but I just think it's a pretty watch. Want to welcome Nerd with Swag in. Hey man, good to see you in this evening. And our man Trap Vision joining us as well. Warm welcome, watch people. We appreciate it. Appreciate it. Gambino with a little bit of the history on the brand and who all has owned it over the years. And let's see if I'm missing anything here. Who is the Daniel Roth expert? Well, that would be our man Nate, who is perfectly welcome to jump on, please, and join us this evening and let us know a little bit more about Daniel Roth in this watch. But I just thought it was nice, so that's why I decided to share it. And
I know they're picking up steam for sure. I know that the auctions, they've always done really, really well. The vintage pieces have done well, and they're hard to come by, and the people that grab them do not let them go usually.
And I also think this one is kind of interesting. Alpina gets very little love from basically anybody. But I like this new Alpiner Extreme automatic 39 millimeter, now in titanium.
Titanium.
So what do you guys think of this watch? Because I think it's good looking. I haven't looked at the price yet, so even though it's an Alpina, I'm betting it's probably around $4 or $5 grand. But what do you guys think of this watch, just looks wise?
It looks fine, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on whether or not you're my financial advisor, I'm starting to get bored with just another watch with a Solita, Seiko, Miyota movement.
Yeah. Well, and it's also another integrated bracelet.
That too. Good point.
So, I mean, if you're bored with integrated bracelets, you're going to have no reason to care about this watch. I just thought the dial was interesting. You know, it's not trying to be an AP with a tapestry dial, and it's not trying to be a PRX with the same kind of dial, and it's not trying to be an Alpine Eagle, and it's kind of its own thing, which to me made it interesting that the dial is, you know, it's very cool looking.
Yep.
I
would say, I don't know the thickness on that.
I don't know either, but there's a good look at the dial. Now, you know, if Rolex had done a dial like this,
yeah, I was just thinking that
people would go crazy for it.
Would have gone.
They would go nuts.
For that.
Yeah.
And
as Nate says, it's trying to be an ingenieur. Yes, I mean you can obviously
it's very much that.
See, it's very much in the pattern of an ingenieur, but it's also a lot cheaper than an ingenieur, and you're still getting a Swiss-made automatic.
It's a derivative of the ingenieur, and I definitely see Alpine Eagle, obviously, in the round, you know, the roundness of the case, and then it looks like it's stacked on top of a like a cushion case Panerai.
Right.
And you know, a lot of to my brain, at any rate, it also has a bit of a similarity to and not surprisingly, to the new high-end Citizens.
Yeah, I can see that. The Series 8.
Yeah.
The new Series 8 Citizens. Yeah, I can see that too. Series 8 Citizens tend to have more of an octagonal bezel instead of the round, but I can see what you're going for there. Yeah. And as Tiger Tail points out, the Alpiner did come out before the modern ingenieur. I don't think it came out before the original in the 70s, but I know the reintroduction of the ingenieur a couple of years ago, that the Alpiner was out long before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but look, any watch, I like titanium, so this will feel lighter than, you know, any steel watch for sure, and it all depends upon the price point. And there it is. It says
€24.95, which would be about 2,600 US, somewhere around there.
Is it what's the rate these days?
I don't know. I don't know if we're
plus your 10% for tariff.
Yeah. It does have a Sellita SW200-1. So that's a good movement. I've got a watch with that same movement in it. Great movement. So, I mean, it kind of all depends on what it looks like in person as to whether I would ever consider getting this one, but I think it's good looking, at least in the pictures. But I would want to see the finishing in person. I would want to see the dial in person and, you know, like that before I would ever consider getting something like this. But I think it's a damn good looking watch.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Thomas Broadbent saying I would consider. And let's see, I just handled a Series 8 this weekend. Highly impressed. That's the Citizen.
Yeah.
The Series 8 series, the Citizen's doing a lot of good things. I mean, they're a brand that's long been kind of hidden by Seiko as far as Japanese watches go, but Citizen has a lot going for it these days, and they're putting out some really good looking, both mid-range and higher end for them pieces, and the Series 8 is higher end for Citizen.
Yeah, they've been very smart in how they've gone about challenging Seiko, particularly in the spots that Seiko has sort of abandoned. You know,
yeah, I mean,
the Citizen's low end, you know.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of new Soyosa models that have been out for a couple of months now, maybe a month or a couple of months, that really kind of take the Soyosa to the next level. And I'm impressed with what they're doing right now. So that's another new one to consider. And we were just talking about Seiko, and Seiko has redesigned their SKX Seiko 5 Sports.
Wow.
And you're going to say, well, what's different about it? Anybody can anybody tell what's different about it just by looking at it real quick?
I don't know that SKX well enough.
I've got one, so this is why I know what's different about it.
And can we get a hint?
The markers.
The markers.
The markers are the biggest difference in this watch. Everything else is pretty much the same except the markers on the dial. Okay. Hands are the same as far as I can tell. Mm-hmm. It's just the markers. This moves away the original sports line when it came out was to replace the 007, 009 and those watches. So it had the exact markers that those watches had. This one takes that away, so it's now kind of its own design or its own watch. It's not looking back on the Seikos of the past. It's looking forward now to what Seiko is like now and in the future. And I don't mind it. I think it's not bad looking. We'll get some pictures. I mean, yes, I like the 007 markers and hands and dial, but it's also good to move forward and see what else is out there. And these look a lot like more of the higher price Seiko divers as far as the markers go and the dials for that matter. But that's the four new ones. You've got the kind of the black with the grayish bezel. You've got the all blue, the orange, and the yellow dial. Yellow dial would make a great summer watch.
Yeah, agreed. I think orange or yellow. Nice pop of color.
Yeah.
Good for summer.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take a watch to the beach and play in the sand with it and stuff, that either the yellow or the orange would be a great choice. And, I think I would replace the rubber strap with something that would match the dial. So put it on either the orange strap for the orange dial, yellow strap for the yellow dial. I think that would make a great, great summer watch. I'm going to wait for the price to come down because since they're brand new, they're still about, $400, and that's too much. But I think when these come down to what the current SKX line is, then yeah. And that's about $280 for the time only is what they're running now, $280, $300.
Okay.
Although I got mine on a closeout discount at $190, so I did really good. I'm never going to do that good with a new one, but I think these are nice. What do you guys think in the chat?
How much are these, Robert?
I believe I will let you know faux show here, but I think they're around $450-ish. Let me go down to the bottom here and see what the story said. Well, €400.
Okay, so
and the steel bracelet is $440 on steel bracelet, and on the strap it's €400. The good thing is if you already own one of these, and I think that the metal band that you have should fit this new one because I don't think they did anything with the case. I think it's just basically the dial. And they may have done, I'd heard they may have done a little bit with the bezel, but honestly, the bezel looks the same size as far as thickness to me. But as far as the case goes, I think the case is the same. So if you already have one of these, or you've got an extra steel band for it, it should fit this one.
Does anybody really want a Seiko bracelet though? Really?
No.
Really?
No, but what I did is I got with our buddy Mark over at Long Island Watch, and he sells fantastic steel bracelets for all of these Seiko watches. And so I have one of his for mine. I have the Jubilee style for mine.
Okay.
And also have the Jubilee style for my Turtle as well. But like I say, if I bought one of these, it would be definitely one of the color dials because I already have a black dial of the old style. I don't need another black dial. But I would probably get the yellow because I'm averse to orange because they're the color of my least favorite college football team. So I would probably get the yellow and put it on a yellow rubber strap for summer. I think that'd be cool. And they're the same as far as specs go. Same push-pull crown, 100 meters of water resistance, fine for swimming, not a problem. Fine for the ocean, fine for the beach. You're not going to go down to 100 meters on vacation unless you're actually diving, and in that case, take a turtle. Or ever.
Take the turtle. Yeah.
In that case, take a turtle. But
Yeah.
but the and honestly, as I've told people many times, when I was snorkeling in my younger days, I never went past 50 meters. So chances are pretty good. You're not, even if you got a tank on and you're going down diving, you're not going to go past 100 meters. So this is fine for all of that. And let's see what's going on in the chat. Of course, our boy Nerd with Swag got it right immediately. The change is the dial. And Ryan with the Citizen comment, Citizen's made a lot more exciting watches than many Swiss luxury brands. Yeah, they do. And they continue to make more exciting. I really like the Chronomaster. It's one of my favorites. It's an Echo Drive quartz, but it's a high accuracy quartz. It's the top of the line as far as their Echo Drive technology, which, by the way, if you love the tag solargraphs, I have news for you. That's Echo Drive technology that they bought from Citizen. Don't tell anybody.
At least you know that it's vetted. Like it's been worked through. It's good tech.
Trap likes it. Brian the Pipe joins us. Hey man, hello and happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Brian, if you want to hop on, if you go back in the chat, the link is there. So hop on with us. We'd love to have you on. And we are. Let's remind you of what we have coming up tonight. We've got a massive unboxing from our man, the captain. That is why he is here. Other than he just loves me, but other than that,
it is Sunday, right? Wait,
yeah, it is Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday fun day.
That's right. Sunday.
So we've only got 23 upvotes so far, man. Come on, come on.
We may have to go. I may have to go, man, on this thing. Like, and by go, I mean let's do this. I'm getting antsy to unbox.
Antsy to unbox. So
Robert, how much more do you have? How much?
Well, we've got 35 watching right now. If everybody who hasn't liked us already likes us, well, now we've got 41. If everybody who hasn't liked it goes ahead and likes it, let's see as close to 41 as we can get, and we will get going.
Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, what I was gonna say is on the orange strap.
Yeah,
JJ recommended, and I took them up on this Horus straps.
Yeah,
which I got for my swatches.
Oh yeah,
I got one. I actually have an orange one for one of the swatches, and I love it. It's like a great. I don't know if that would work for this. I think it would.
I think so.
And it's super comfortable, but they are not cheap.
Yeah, as long as it's a 22 millimeter, it will work for this watch and any other. I mean,
they probably have them. Yeah, in all size 18, 20, 22. I'm guessing.
Yeah. This one's a 22. Did I say 24?
Do a
it's
white
22.
band with orange accents. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they had that one too.
Yeah, but that's one of those things where you're probably paying more for the band than you are the watch.
I know. Well, that's what he was saying when I did it for the moon swatch. He's like, you're gonna pay like almost as much.
Well, it was real funny when Mark first came out with his metal bracelets for the Seiko, for the Casio Duro.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I don't know which one of you people is going to order this because the band is more than the Duro costs, right? Well, of course I ordered one. And turns out that's like his second or third biggest seller as far as bands go, because everybody gets the Duros and then they get those bands.
Mm-hmm.
The total cost of both is like $130. And you get a 200 meter dive capable watch with a fantastic steel bracelet, and you can't beat it. Not for $130, you can't beat it.
Here's an interesting info tidbit I learned last night that Jody, our friend at Erebus and Just One More Watch, produced a high accuracy quartz movement, and it sold out in an hour.
Oh,
goodness!
Dang.
I had no idea they were already sold out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, because he was
they were.
talking about how they had to order ahead of time. They could only order so many pieces.
Yeah.
And because they needed to keep some for like if they needed to service them or anything like that. So they have movements, but they can't make any more watches because those are all for service, you know. He's like, I don't know when we're going to get another batch because we had to wait a year to get this batch, you know.
And he ordered, I believe, 200 of each color.
Yeah.
And he had 6 or 7 colors. So that's a ton of watches to sell out in an hour. Wow.
Good on them, though. Good on them.
Yeah, man. I had no idea that they were already sold out because I know they went live, I guess, yesterday morning.
Okay.
So that's pretty impressive. Well, congratulations to our friend Jody. That's really cool. I'm happy for him. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino says, I'm obsessed with the Citizen Zenchen watches right now. Echo Drive chronograph and the automatic small seconds are pretty awesome looking. Well, I will tell you, Nate, and some other ones that I actually know what I'm getting for Father's Day, although I'm not supposed to. And it is an Echo Drive perpetual calendar.
Oh, dang. Nice.
So we'll show you that one on Father's Day evening on the Watch Hangout show. We'll do an unboxing of that one. So if you're
got the Zenchen Echo Drive chronograph, and it's very nice. I also have a Tsuyosa, which is very nice, but I can't wear it because of the recessed crown issue.
Oh, okay. You can't get to the crown to pull it out. Is that the problem?
Even when it's pulled out, it's not pulled out enough for my fat, uncoordinated fingers.
No.
Oh no!
I just tired of sitting there for an hour trying to wind it and set it.
Oh man!
And I'm surprised that I've never seen anyone complain about it, which must mean I'm a bigger klutz than even I think.
No, you know what? Actually, I have heard a couple of people say the same thing as you, that the recessed crown gives them problems. Now, I've never had anybody tell me that they absolutely couldn't set the thing because of it, but I've heard about the recessed crown issues for a number of people, and it makes it for a really clean look, but it's not the easiest thing to deal with.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in the new Zenchens that don't have a recessed crown.
Yeah. Yeah. So which color do you have, Mitch, of the
salmon?
Oh, the salmon. Okay, well, those are nice. Those are very nice. I also like the yellow that they came out in the Soyosas. I thought the yellow was cool looking too. So also a reminder, we are going to have a race. People have been asking, well, where are the races? Where are the races? Well, we're going to have a race tonight. So if you want to get into the race, shoot us a super chat. Join the channel. That also gets you into the WhatsApp group. You can gift memberships to others, or you can use your member milestone chat. All of that will get you into the race, and then we will be happy to put you in the race, and we'll pick a couple of free ones at the end of the evening as well. I think Jen just dropped and Captain both just dropped the StreamYard link. So Brian and whoever else wants to hop on the panel, please do. We're going to be here for about another 30, 45 minutes. And we're going to have a big unboxing from our friend, the Captain. So get those upvotes in. We'll see real quick how we're doing on upvotes here. And then we'll talk about our last new watch of the evening. 32 upvotes. And what do we have? 45 watching. Let's try to get to 35 upvotes, and then we'll do that unboxing. Is that okay with you, Cap?
That's fine. I just dropped a link, but the link actually is, I think, to StreamYard and to subscribing to it.
Oh, oops.
For a discount. Yeah.
Well, apparently Jen's link worked because we have Brian. Hey, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Brian, are you following me again?
Yeah. It's
oh, you got on a monster. Nice.
No, it's a baby tuna.
Baby tuna, that's right.
And let me see if I can get it up to the camera so that you can see how cute it is with its little baby penguin feet walking up the dial.
Oh, that's awesome.
There they are.
Yeah.
From about 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
That's awesome. I love the look of a tuna. I wish Seiko would make some of those, go back to making some kind of a semi-affordable tuna. That would be nice.
So this was like $585, I think, when it came out.
Yeah, which would be perfect. If they would come out with that again, it'd be perfect.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Seiko, who can't make a bracelet to save their lives, this rubber strap is so super comfortable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the nicest rubber strap I've ever worn.
Yeah, I got the same kind of rubber with my turtle, and it's a fantastic rubber strap.
Just one keeper.
Yeah,
the keeper doesn't move once you slide it to where you want it, and there you go.
Yep. Same kind of strap that I got with the turtle, and it's awesome. So
and Mark, if you're watching and resting, look, fake little helium escape valves all around it. So it's got like little extra things on the edges.
Did you have extra helium?
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the height on that thing, Brian?
What's the what?
The height. It looks a little chunky. I mean, in a good way, but it looks substantial.
Well, everything looks chunkier on the camera.
It adds 20 pounds.
Let's see. Let's see.
That's not what she said.
Hey, and look who's here. It's Mark. How are you feeling, man?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, not too bad. How you guys doing?
All right, Mark. Good to hear from you.
Yay. Brian catfished me with extra pushers and stuff.
It's like 13 millimeters.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah. So
yeah, you would, Mark, you would probably want the full size tuna. But.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would say I could make you guys, a tuna, but the problem is the parts are so expensive right now. I can't do that. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, welcome, Mark. So we ask how you're feeling, but how are you feeling, man? Are you doing better?
Yeah. I mean, it still hurts like hell, but like I told the story on the stream today. Like I told the nurse when she's like, "Why are you walking around?" I said, "I'm just trying to enjoy the one last good day on the old leg."
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Time to take a pill.
The home nurse is coming. The home nurse is coming for the sponge bath.
Yeah.
Cameras on, please, or off. In that case.
Yeah, I think off.
Yeah, I was thinking nurse, but then I know Luch is going to be probably in the view.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, the home nurse that would, with my luck, the home nurse would come in and go, "Hey, my name's Tony. Drop your drawers."
Are you ready, Brian, for your sponge bath?
Yeah.
Nerd with Swag says Mark should get a king tuna. Absolutely. But the interesting thing about a tuna is really no matter what size you get, it'll fit almost any wrist because it's perfectly round.
That's what she said.
That's right. So lug to lug matters not. If it's a 45 millimeter watch, it's a 45 millimeter lug to lug.
Lugs. Where we're going, we don't need lugs.
That's right.
See? There she is. I've actually been in the ocean with this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So a reminder again, we're going to have a race and we're going to have an unboxing. We're going to check right now. We were only 2 likes away, so like it real quick. We're going to get to 35 this time that I check it. Let's see. Oh, no, we're still at 33. Come on, y'all. 2 more.
Come on.
2
You're
of us hit.
here.
2 of you guys hit the like
hit
button.
the thumbs up.
Did we lose any?
No, we're gaining. We have 48 now watching. So 2 of you folks hit the like button, and we're going to have a massive unboxing
Cap's
from the
gonna
captain.
Show us his big box.
There's a massive unboxing on Sunday.
It's the first unboxing with its own gravitational field.
That's right.
This unboxing is bigger than the hands of the guy that checked my prostate.
No, my goodness sakes.
Oh.
Ouch. I just upvoted.
So let's see what we've
Okay,
got.
so
here.
when the guy that's doing the unboxing doesn't upvote for himself,
I downvoted for it. This is way, Robert's pumping this up way beyond.
Yeah, well,
what
It's
is?
all
I know
good.
you got to do it. It's showbiz.
you got to do it. You got to do
It's
it.
the
So
business.
we have 37 upvotes.
It's
So we'll put
entertainment.
captain in the position.
Assume the position.
Assume the position and show us your box.
Is there a nurse that's going to ring my doorbell
Maybe
with a giant sponge and a rubber ducky,
Nurse Ratchet.
dressed
Paging
like
Nurse Ratchet.
Donald Duck?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are we doing this? I guess so.
All right. Yeah, we're ready,
I
man. Whenever.
also have notes. I have notes.
No,
Oh
I
my.
think the notes come after though, because
Okay.
it's really not. I think it would give it away. So let's see. Where do we start? I think, and I don't know if we should go down the panel because some of you probably may know or have an idea. I don't think anyone actually knows. But
I actually don't know.
I'll start off because it is not a new piece. I repeat, it is not. My mic's on the other side. This is weird. It is not a new piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here is the box.
I mean, the side and the color looks kind of Patek-ish.
Well, no, this is just the outer box. This is
okay.
from the dealer that I got it from.
Oh, okay.
And one of you, I don't know if anyone else on this panel, but there may be one person who may have acquired a piece from this particular dealer, but I don't know. So this is the outside box. This is the first clue.
Okay.
It is not a new piece. So anyone in the chat? Any ideas?
Yeah. Any guesses in the chat what it is? I would say serious guesses only, but I also know all these people in the chat, so they're just going to blurt out whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, they want to see my box, blah, blah, blah. Your friend Mikey. What's up, Mikey? So anyway, I've been looking at, as we all do. I mean, we're checking out everything, Chrono 24. I check out Moda, but not really with an intention to really buy on there, but just to get a sense of what's happening and to get ideas. And Breguet, it could be. I'll tell you. With Omega, it's funny. I saw those vintage Seamasters, those dress pieces, and now I want to get one.
Oh, yeah. Those are gorgeous.
So that's on the list too. But I think those aren't that. Those could be had for a couple of $1,000, right?
Or less. Yeah.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. See, we're value shoppers here. I'm looking for bargains. So anyhow, the journey, I kept looking at a few particular pieces, and then I kind of drilled down on different iterations and generations of certain pieces. So I am going to, without further ado, actually, you know what? I'll show you where I got it from. I got it from Huntington Watch.
Okay.
Huntington Watch Company. Shout out to Rich, friends of JJ. Certificate of appraisal, authenticity guarantee. And I was looking at all the usual suspects. David SW, of course, they were a little bit more expensive than everything else I looked at. But one thing I have to say, Brian, and I think you alluded to this on Lucha's channel or show earlier, which I watched. Great show with George. I mean, he does have pristine pieces. And that's the thing about it with this. When we're going for older pieces, there's always seems to be something in every piece that you have to look at. And there's some blemish or a ding or a chip. And some of that's acceptable depending upon what you're getting. But with his pieces, and they're probably polished or lightly polished. I've never had an issue. I've bought a few pieces from him, but I didn't go in that direction. I went with Rich at Huntington, and they were great. And bottom line, I'm gonna now do a second reveal, and this is gonna give even more away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It
look
is a
at that.
Rolex.
And it's
Look
an
at
old
that,
one.
but it's an old one. Yeah.
It is a Rolex. Does anyone want to guess the year? So
1982.
I know a lot of people in the chat should be breathing a sigh of relief right now. It is a Rolex, and under colony rules, which I don't adhere to, they have a moratorium on everything but Rolex. So I comply, even though I don't have to, with the moratorium on everything but Rolex. So we're good. So anyhow, it comes with the box, the papers, not really the hang tag, but they throw this in, which we have bazillions of them floating around. So
Yeah.
kind of meaningless. Box is in pretty good condition, but yeah, I like to get papers with this stuff. And it came with papers, which adds to the cost. So in any event, I was looking at the different iterations of the piece, and I'm going to reveal it right now. Let me make sure.
If it's the oyster quartz day date that they had up there for a while, I'm gonna be a little envious, jealous.
Oh,
I'll want to love you for a little bit.
no, the oyster quartz only is that the one that OC has?
No, they had a regular day
Texano.
date.
Oh
No, they had the regular one, the pre-land dweller.
Okay. Yeah, no, it is not that. This is not a precious metal piece.
I don't want to talk to you.
This is a throwback. The year was 1998.
Wow.
Good year.
It was
Good
a very
vintage.
good year. It was a vintage year or neo vintage. I don't know when it trips over into vintage, but I think it's 35. I don't even know when it goes to the next level, but it's in pretty crispy condition. And like I said, I was looking at at least three iterations of this piece. It's a steel Rolex sports watch, and it has an aluminum bezel.
Okay.
The
old
getting warmer.
It's the 16660, the 5-digit 666.
That is an excellent guess.
Thank you. And also wrong, but excellent.
It is wrong, but it is an excellent guess, because that was one of the pieces that was in consideration in my journey for the Sea Dweller.
Yeah, my degree is in excellence of being wrong. So,
and
Come
here it is,
on.
the 16600
beauty.
Sea Dweller, aluminum bezel, and just for you, Lucha,
Look at
There
that.
you go.
we have the helium escape valve for you, and we have the holes case, because I know
Oh yeah.
you'd
Nice.
appreciate the holes case, so I can take off that bracelet on the fly, baby. No
You were-
Cyclops.
Okay.
You were not joking as far as the condition of that watch. Holy
Yeah.
crap, that's in good condition.
Yeah, this thing is pretty minty. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, I put it under a loop. You could always find the blemish that's going to drive you insane. You know, but then I took it to my watchmaker, and he said, you know, it's in excellent condition. Like, it's really, you know, it's really clean. And I think he's seen a lot of them. Now, they made quite a few of these from 1989 to 2009. So this has the tritium dial.
Okay.
Solid end links like all Sea Dwellers have. So the dial's in tritium, so it does not loom. And I went with this one over a 2004. That was a Swiss-made dial that had super luminova. instead of that, I went with this because this is kind of this to me was more toolish, if you will.
Yeah.
And I wanted that kind of aesthetic and that feeling. So obviously this goes down to 4,000 feet, 1,220 meters. And I know we don't need it, but saturation divers do. And so that's the beauty of the Sea Dweller. And there you go. It almost was the 666. Thank you. But, you know, the 666s are tough to find, Brian, and the price points get higher and higher for good condition. Oh yes. We won't. Hey, if the minty one comes around.
You got the best one.
I got the best one, I got one that's really, really nice in condition for what this is, for this model. And they
Nerd with Swag was wondering if it's been polished.
I think this has been lightly polished in its lifetime. Yes. This is not an unpolished watch. That's tough to get, and you're going to pay up for that. You're talking about a 27-year-old watch. So, if you find an unpolished one, and look, there's certainly new old stock around, but now you're paying $20,000 as opposed to paying less than half that. So, this is in excellent condition. It was listed as mint, and very happy with it. Very, very happy with it.
Well, it's definitely minty. That thing's gorgeous. Well, Burbingard, $2 super chat. Congrats, Cap. Great looking piece. Absolutely.
Thanks, Burb.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it feels very solid. I'm going to put it on wrist because I have other subs, and I have the 16610. And what's interesting, I'll do a side by side because what I'm noticing is the Sea Dweller actually dial-wise looks, it may actually look smaller, even though this is thicker, obviously. But to me, this shows, this is the technological prowess of Rolex. They came out with the first helium escape valve in 1967 in the 1655. And the first iteration of the 1655 was the double red. So it had 2 lines of red text. And then after that was a very short run. And those are really, really hard to find. Then after that, they came out with the great white, which was the 1655. And then they had a railway dial, or the rail dial. And that watch was 610 meters. And then the 666 that Brian alluded to bumped it up to 4,000 meters with a sapphire crystal. And that was generation 2 of the Sea Dweller. And then this is gen 3. So here's a side by side. And then, of course, the no Cyclops, which I really like because I think it makes it look very clean.
Yeah.
So in the newer iteration, the one after the 16600 is what? The 116600. And that has a Cyclops because Rolex figured out a way to go that deep and not have the crystal pop off. Because they could not glue or put adhesive on the crystal that deep. They didn't have a way to do it.
You're right. The dial does look smaller on the Sea Dweller, even though I know you're holding it back a little bit, but
I'm technological.
If you put them exactly even, it does look smaller.
So I think it's so cool though to see the evolution though, as far as in the family itself, how it gets thicker as you get deeper ratings, and you see how they transfer that over and make it work, because it's like they just blew up the case. They actually made it look appropriate.
Yep. Yeah, so this one, the Submariner that I have is Luminova, and it's a Swiss only dial. And that's this guy. So this still will loom up. And this is 2 years before. So this is 2000, and this is 1998. 1998, 2000. different watches, but they're, you know, obviously cousins, close cousins, and you know, they're related as kind of submariner dive watches.
Very cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
I think it's really important that you have good lume on a dive watch when you're, you know, when you're 500 feet under the water.
Great.
Well, in this case, I'll have no lume though, Brian. So my idea of, holy shit, how am I going to dive with this thing, you know, and then put it on Instagram? It's not going to lume, but I'll just use one of my other ones. I'll just use, you know what? I'll get a turtle and
get a turtle.
Title.
I want a turtle, man. Turtles are awesome. Yeah, I love the feel of it, and they're sending. It actually was short links. Surprise. So they're sending over one, if not two links. I only need one, I think, but I'm going to ask for two.
Yeah, because I mean that looks like a pretty tight fit there, but I think one would.
Oh no, this is definitely too tight. I noticed that. But I said that, immediately pointed that out, and I texted.
Yeah, but one should work okay for that. But yeah, I get two instead.
But if you do some cold water, you know, some cold ocean diving, your arm will shrink down, so you do want it a little tight. I'm just saying, especially as you get, you know, below, you know, a couple hundred feet.
It has the diver's extension too, but
yeah, the next time you're playing underwater tennis, you're going to want to have that.
Because you know you need 4,000 meters, right?
Yes,
you need 4,000 meters just in case. You never know.
Yeah, for that 5-foot swimming pool, you need.
And you know what's
4,000 meters.
You guys, you were talking about that before. Like all you need is we were talking about 100-meter. Watches. You're like, it'll go anywhere, man. You're not going to go up, you know, more than 20 meters, if that.
Yeah.
No one goes more than like, what's a swimming pool? 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're snorkeling out in the ocean, you're, you know, depending on your lung capacity, you're not going to go very far down. And if you strap tanks on, you're still not going to go very far down. You know, it just is a recreational diver. I'm not talking about professionals. I'm talking about somebody who just does it for fun, recreationally. You're probably not going to go down to 100 meters.
Cap is a professional free diver, so he needs it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do the saturation, man. Now that I have the watch,
I
actually have no idea. I guess it's folks maybe if they worked on an oil rig.
Yep, that's underwater. Exactly it.
Yeah, and then the helium escape valve. The helium escapes, I think, when you go into the chamber,
right,
that deep,
right,
and then you decompress, and then the helium will.
Right, because without the helium escaping, it would pop the crystal off.
It would pop, yeah. Well, I think it would pop the watch off.
Yeah, true. Yeah, everything would pop off.
Everything.
You would pop off. Yeah.
If you get below Captain Crush depth, you're in trouble.
That's right.
So it's cool. I thank you so much. I recommend if anyone is interested in the history of the Sea Dweller, to go check out a video that was done by Fratello. There's a gentleman at Fratello. I don't know who he is, but he puts forth a compelling case as to why you should get a Sea Dweller, or everyone should get a Sea Dweller over a Submariner. And I am a Submariner fanboy, you know, hence the Captain Subby Instagram name, you know. But I got to tell you, I am, you know what I like about the Sea Dweller as well is that it's it's less known. It's a little more under the radar than the Submariner, which is iconic and everywhere. And for that reason, you can get older ones. And again, Brian, I got to be very careful with spilling the beans, but you know, you should get.
The only ones that are available are Comex. They're super expensive.
Yeah,
nobody needs to look at them. No,
Comex.
you don't.
The next one is a 5512 or a 5513 or a 1680. You can never have too many subs, right? So, or sub related, or dive watches from Rolex. So maybe I'll have a sub collection of dive watches, Rolex subs and sea dwellers.
My favorite subs are GMTs.
There you go. Well, got 2 of those.
Yeah. What do you have? You have a Pepsi and a Batman, right?
I have a Pepsi and the two-tone root beer.
Ah, two-tone root beer. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and here's
Brian has 6 of them.
Brian has everything. I don't know. He's either has or owned every GMT known to man.
Close.
I'm not wrong.
But I only have 4 now.
The only one he wants is the Tiger Iron. No. So
here's the current.
The Tiger Iron then.
Okay.
Here's my current sub sea dweller collection. Mini.
Yeah.
Triplets.
I saw you wore the Hulk today.
I did, Jen.
Heck yeah.
I like this little guy. Well, it's upside down.
No, I thought it was a left-hand drive for a minute there.
Yeah.
No, I don't get those lefty.
What you say? I'm a lefty.
That's sea dweller, so crispy,
I'm a
man.
lefty too, but I never wore my watch. I always wore my watch on my left hand.
So you're left-handed. Robert's left-handed. I'm left-handed.
Yep.
Brian, are you left-handed?
I'm left-handed.
There you go.
Holy moly!
Is this a coincidence? Is that just a happy coincidence, or should we be?
No, God loves me. I'm right-handed.
Oh no!
Oh,
You're
well,
still
you
outnumbered.
better go have the operation.
That explains a lot, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, we're really that's congratulations. That's a fantastic watch. And if I were to get one or the other, I might go for the Sea Dweller over the sub. I like the thinness of the sub, whereas the Sea Dweller not. But I don't know. I kind of like the looks of the Sea Dweller more than just a sub. Certainly a sub date, but sub no date. It's kind of a toss up for me. But
it's a tough one.
But sub date, I like the Sea Dweller a lot more, especially if you can get one without the Cyclops, like you did. Yeah,
I agree. And then the only ones with ceramic without the Cyclops is that they call it the transitional Sea Dwellers. I think those were 2014 to 2017.
Yeah,
and I think they're more limited too. So they had a limited production run on those. So if you want ceramic, you could go with that one. With no Cyclops, but that was a big selling point for me. No Cyclops and, aluminum bezel, and that was pretty much.
$5 super chat from Madman. Absolutely love it, Cap. Congratulations.
Thanks, Madman, and I hope your parents, right?
Yeah,
are doing well.
I hope they are too, man.
Wishing them health and a speedy recovery.
And Madman, you're in the race. If you want to get in the race along with Madman and our other 3 entries so far, you guys know how to do it. Please super chat, milestone member chat. You can join the channel. And if you join the channel, you also get into the WhatsApp group. You can also gift memberships to others. And at the end of the show, we'll pick a couple of freebies and get you guys in as well. But if you don't want to take a chance, the super chat is the easiest and quickest route to get you into the race this evening. And yeah, thanks, gents. Yeah, we hope that they're doing okay, man. That really sucks. So what else is on folks' mind tonight? Brian, anything going on with you?
No.
Well, thank you so much, Brian. As usual, your big contribution is appreciated.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a question, and Jen, I think you were in the chat during the auction, the Phillips auction.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but were there any surprises? Did anything go for really astronomical prices?
Well, I think honestly, it was a lot higher than they thought it was going to be for across the board for the most part.
Right.
I know the one that I pointed out was the Cartier Crash that went towards the end. Green dial special order Cartier Crash.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 400 grand in USD when all said and done. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's insane. That watch, you could have got that watch for like 8 grand at the most. Like, you would have had to search for somebody to make you a sucker at that price, you know? Yeah. So to see them
That's insane.
go for that much, like that's bonkers. And
Hmm.
Urban Jurgensen is another one that I've been watching over the last few auctions. Fall auction, you know, some of the earlier spring auctions, and this one, I was like, they're starting to really pull in some money. Like, for whatever reason, people like them. And I mean, they're usually at the top of the auction. It's wild.
Yeah, Urban Jurgensen, otherwise known as Urban Jerkinson,
Yeah,
on this panel.
Jurgensen.
Marco actually had me looking hard at an Urban Jurgensen a couple of years ago, but everybody was so, I don't know, they were mocking you for talking about Urban Jurgensen or Jurgensen. They're good looking watches, and I think, they were taken over. They changed hands a few times as well. And I think it's the father and maybe his daughter now running Urban Jurgensen, and beautiful pieces. I mean, great independent watchmaker.
I thought Kari Brutalainen bought the brand and moved
Kari,
it under his umbrella.
I think that sounds right.
I want to thank our man Mitch for a $2 super chat. I feel racy. You look racy too, my friend.
Well, no.
And member milestone chat from Brian the Pipe. Just here to say, Brian, you are
no, back up. Read it correctly, please.
Just to hear Robert say, Brian has a great member. I mean, great member.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Is that what you're looking for, buddy?
Oh
no, the second half of the sentence needs to be read correctly. It releases you from the pain of the first half of the sentence.
Okay. Brian has a great member. I mean, is a great member. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my Lord. So happy to have Brian on the panel tonight.
Brian,
have a great night, Brian.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Brian adds a spice, man. Brian,
yeah, that's right.
He's an acquired taste.
The Breguet watch clock sold super high to FP Journe for the Journe Museum, and Breguet sold strong generally. So Nate was watching that same auction.
Yeah.
Why don't you hop on, Nate? Come on.
Give us an update.
He had oral surgery. He said he can't really talk much.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's not on.
Okay. What did he have to say? Lonely Wrist.
Oh,
Lonely Wrist is here.
Our C-list YouTuber is a star now. You might be.
Why don't you?
If you're the troll out there, we're gonna find you. I promise we'll find you.
Getting ready to put together a security detail. Keep the paparazzi away, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The Rolex.
We have a few names. We'll send you the list.
Yeah.
You could pick one of the folks that we've already vetted.
I'm still trying to ponder the philosophical or societal implications of having 2/3 of the panel be left-handed.
Welcome in Eastwind Farms. Good to have you in this evening. Hey, we're going to go for about another 15 minutes or so. So get your race entries in. We want to hear from you. We want to see those race entries. We are doing a race. We haven't done a race on a Sunday in a while, but we're going to do one tonight, if I can remember how to do it. And so get those race entries in right now. We have, let me see what we've got here. We've got 6 so far, so chances are pretty good for you. Even if you hop in now, there'll be a maximum. Like if we stopped right now, there would be probably 9. So odds are really good for you. If you want to get in the race, shoot us that super chat or member chat or all of those other things and get in the race and join the channel. If you're not already a member of the channel, let me tell you, joining the channel is cool because you get into the WhatsApp group with all of these people on the screen here. and about 100 other watch lovers. Oh, Brian's not in the WhatsApp group.
Watch people.
But everybody else in here is. So yeah, come on, join us in the WhatsApp group and talk watches 24/7, 365. What's fun in the WhatsApp group is you'll go to bed and then Europe wakes up, and so Europe takes the conversation for a while, and then Europe goes to sleep and we take the conversation for a while. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Like I say, posts are 24/7, 365. We want to hear from you in the WhatsApp group. So join the channel if you're not already a member, and that will get you in.
Mm-hmm.
So Cap talking about his new watch was pressure tested and +3 on the time grapher. That's pretty darn good.
Well, it was pretty darn good after I asked him, if it was on a time grapher, and he said, let me get back to you on that one. And it wasn't running quite the spec. So that lesson to everybody out there who's in the pre-owned market, if you're talking to a dealer, ask for pressure testing, ask for time grapher results in 5 positions if possible. I ended up getting a video of the results, and ask for links, even if it's listed to fit an 8.5 to 9 inch wrist.
Yes.
You never know. Links are at a premium.
Yeah, no joke. Brody, $5 super chat. Congratulations, Captain, on the Sea Dweller. Or
Thank
maybe
you,
you're
Brody.
Captain Sea Dweller now. There you go. And Bob
Get a
NYC.
promotion.
That's right. $2. Got to be in it to win it. Yes, sir. You have the idea. Got to be in it to win it.
Hey, Cap, since you have multiple subs now and variations of it, wouldn't that make you an admiral technically?
I mean,
if the shoe, if the promotion fits, Brian, I don't know. Listen, I didn't give myself the captain moniker. It was bestowed on me many, many moons, many, many streams, many, many years ago.
Yeah.
I think you were actually around.
No, back then I was just a nice Jewish boy in the closet.
Then
you've never been a nice Jewish boy. Quit lying.
Yeah, it's not what I heard. But yeah. Going back into the Wayback Machine, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Two. Shout out to Mr. Two, who's no longer who got out quick while the getting was good back in the old days. The early StreamYard days. He got out. He was an Aussie. And it was on one of the streams. I don't know which. Where that happened. So I don't know. I can't give myself the Admiral promotion.
Moniker.
No. I'll stick with Cap. I don't even deserve the captain moniker, but to be honest, but Cap's good.
Member from just about the beginning, Bubba Hotep. I hope everyone is well. Congratulations, Captain, for his awesome Sea Dweller. Bubba, thank you so much for your continued support after all of those months. If you were in the WhatsApp group, you could have gone on a mini tour of some of Bubba's stuff today. Just let you know. You're missing.
Bubba's got a dope cabinet of curiosities. You're missing out, man.
Thank you, Bubba. Yep, and a dope collection of everything Rolex.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, there's not a Rolex. I don't think there's a Rolex out there he doesn't own.
He doesn't have a land dweller yet.
Not yet.
Still has to get a land
time.
dweller.
Give him time. He just hasn't traveled yet.
Yeah. Mr. Day Date, the king of the day date. The king of the ombre dial day date.
Oh my God. Yes. Seriously, guys. His
Nerd with swag
is ridiculous.
Nerd with swag wants to know if a bluesy is next for you.
No, unlike JJ, I do not see a bluesy in my future. Two-tone or the solid gold dancer. The dancer. I like the watch. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah. I would actually go with one of the. I like when the dials are a little bit darker on the blue, and I think they may have done those in the pre-ceramic. Pre-ceramic, gentlemen and ladies, look into it. Some will argue that was Rolex's heyday in the 90s and 2000s. I've heard some people say that. I mean, that's their opinion, but I'm going older.
So does a blue dial sub in any configuration interest you? Because I know you were offered at one point a Cookie Monster, and that was like, nah, I'm not interested in that.
No, actually, I was hunting. I was looking at Cookie Monsters, just because it was staggering how under retail they were.
Yeah.
And you get the gold bracelet, the white gold, or as they say, gray gold, as Tim Massa would call Rolex gold, Rolex white gold. It's a blue bezel, so I liked it for it was kind of stealthy. You had all that gold, but no,
Yeah.
I'm really look. Other than I do have the 36 day date, and I have the GMT root beer, but I really don't like the flash gold too much. I'm not against it, but for a sub, I had the two-tone Submariner, the 40 mil that we call the Bumblebee, with tone black, and it flashed for me, and I don't know. I think I'm more of an old school like Submariner, Sea Dweller, like toolish dive watch kind of guy. It just kind of fits who I am. But again, I'll get gold watches too. I'd get an AP all gold.
Yeah.
Royal Oak and all gold.
You still have the Patek, right?
I do, but I mean that's it's a dress piece.
Yeah.
It's got some yellow gold, but you're not rocking a yellow gold bracelet.
Right. It's not a dancer.
Not a dancer.
Diamond is not coming to his stage.
Diamond to come to the stage, please. Diamond.
Yeah, so no, I don't think I would get a bluesy.
Yeah. How about a blueberry?
That's the Cookie Monster. No?
Blueberry is dark blue Submariner with a dark blue
blueberry. Yeah, those are. I'm not sure how I know that they say they existed. I think they're very few and far between. I wouldn't trust it if it's real. I'd have to get Periscope to bless it.
Yeah, he doesn't bless many these days, does he?
No, he's
he stuck his foot in the auction this weekend. That's for sure. He got at least 2 watches taken off at the block.
Causing all sorts of turmoil. I'm sure that Orel Box loved it when he said lot whatever lot that was, lot 166. We'll be passing on that lot. He probably was cursing Periscope as he turned the car down.
Earl, he hates son of a bitch. And I get it, but it's like,
he does.
Oh does? Yeah. Him, and he doesn't like him, and he doesn't like Goldberger. He doesn't like any of those guys that are running some of those auctions. Anaquorum, he hates Anaquorum.
Really?
They're just crooked. It's shit.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's caught a bunch at Anaquorum.
What do you? Okay, I understand. Look, there's a lot of fakes out there, and I guess folks make mistakes here and there as well. Whether or not they knew about it, was it more than a mistake? I know they're trying to cover up, but. I mean, if the whole industry is corrupt, like, what do you have? Where do you sell your watches? Like, what are we going to do? What's the alternative?
Well, and that's the tough thing, because so I'm in the art world too. And that's one thing that you have to worry about. I mean, the art world is notorious for this. Like Geneva Freeport is full of art that we will never see again, masterpieces that we won't even know are there, and a lot of it is money laundering. Like, if we really get down to it, a lot of people launder their money through auctions. And so, like you said, I think if you're really concerned at that level, I think that's why you go a lot of times one-on-one with dealers and stuff and get it vetted before you even slap down a wire or anything for that. You have to take it to an independent and have it verified, and
that's what most of these,
it's a lot of work.
But that's what, if these people who have a lot of money are spending all that money on these pieces, they're going to be doing due diligence.
You hope.
Right? They're not just going to, they're not stupid. I know people who have a lot of money, they do due diligence. Now, I guess in some respects they rely on, Phillips and the other auction houses to do that due diligence for them. Right. And if it turns out there's a fake, those companies will stand behind, the pieces, right, as authentic.
Yeah.
So no, I think they do, right? I think they they don't say, well, good luck. I hope it's real. And if it's not, it's not our problem. It's not a hope. They stand behind those pieces. So, I like what John D wrote about the scrutiny, or without scrutiny. This guy, I mean, he's taken a lot of victory laps, right? He's like, oh, without me, another one that I saved someone from getting hurt. But these guys are wealthy and they should be doing diligence on their own. So they should hire a periscope to look at the piece.
Yeah.
And that's maybe part of his job. I don't know.
I do know that he does do that for people. He's offered that service to people. I think especially when it comes to, I mean, he generally talks about the Daytonas. That's his bread and butter. He has the deepest catalog of Submariner or, Daytona photos of anybody. He's got the deepest library, and he is obsessed over that thing. So, and when he starts pointing out stuff, he's been quiet for months. Like, he pointed out the thing where he went on the trip to find out more about Blancpain. That's the last story that we've really heard about from him. And now, like, he'll come out during auction season because that's when he's needed most. A lot of times he's just traveling the world and meeting people and learning more. But like, you see a lot. And I think one thing that he's starting to notice is a lot of it is the same watch. It's the same group of watches. There's like 4 or 5 different watches that keep getting dial swapped or bracelet swapped or bezel swapped, all these things that are going on, hand swaps. And so I don't know if it's a small group of people that is moving those around to move money. And it doesn't seem like the rest of it seems to be touched so much. Because, you don't hear much about the Patek stuff. You don't hear much about the AP stuff. You don't hear much about Piguet or Cartier when it comes to that kind of thing. And understandably so, Rolex is going to be, auctioned more often, especially the Daytona models. So it makes sense that they would get kind of targeted for that kind of behavior. So I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, I know Adam's watch, Adam Golden at Mental
Yeah.
Watches. That was the Conjar Daytona, right?
Mhm.
And he made a mistake that he admitted that, hey, I'm really not an expert in Conjar dials. So, maybe he should have had somebody look at that. I don't know the full story. I know they went back and forth. But that's a whole, minefield in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But these are expensive watches.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got to be super careful.
Yeah, because that one Daytona went on the block went for over $1 million. Like,
you know what?
Hardcore money.
Even watches that are much less expensive, in the 10,000, 20,000 range, they do dial swaps. They do hand swaps, like you said. They don't color match. So you have some that might be creamy patina, and the patina is different on the dial versus the hands. I mean, some of that could actually be that Rolex used hands from different years. You just don't know.
Service hands, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, not even. It could actually just have been when they had extra hands. The hands could have been older.
Okay. Yeah.
So
they've used old cases.
Even if when people start pointing out, oh, the patina is different on the hands and the dial, the plots, the arrow plots, it doesn't necessarily mean that they were service hands or a service dial.
Right
away. You just don't know. It makes it really hard. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard to be a YouTuber.
So we've got a member milestone chat from Mobster for Deponies. As you can tell, Mobster is in there. I've added Nerd with Swag. If anybody else wants to get in, we'll give you 2 minutes and we'll add your name to the list.
Yeah.
So 2 minutes to get back on.
I agree with John D on that one.
Oh, this one right here?
Yep.
Yeah. Place for independent authenticators and critical comparisons, but Periscope also doesn't have to be exactly accurate and can destroy the credibility of a seller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotta be careful with that.
And that's the question. What do you do? Because I follow Mentor watches a lot, all the time. I almost bought a 1680 from him last week. I sent him a message, and it looked like a beautiful example with a very nice patina. And I know based upon what I've seen, the guy is an expert.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that term means, but like he knows Rolex, or at least I thought he did.
The majority of it. I mean, the conjure stuff is very niche. There's only a few people that know that. So that's not surprising that he wasn't up on that, you know?
I know.
He's a good dude. Like, honestly, I would buy a watch from him. He's never shown me any reason to not trust him. He's always been straightforward with people, and he's always done honest deals from what I've heard. Like, he's represented the watches very well, you know?
All right. So if anybody else has been in the chat tonight that you guys want to add, let's add them now, and then we'll fire up this race, shall we?
Oh, let's roll.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else you want to add? Let's add John D, because he's been very awesome in the chat.
Hold on. I'm going to open up another stream so I can super chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I will add you as you're super chatting there, Captain.
And that's $25.
That's 250.00, $25.
That's 250.00. No. That's 250, but who's counting?
Is that a four figure super chat?
Yeah.
5 digits in them.
I believe in 3-figure super chats with a dot after the first.
The 5-knuckle shuffle.
Member milestone chat for 39 months. Hey, look, I have a milestone chat. So you're in for nothing. You spent all your money on your new watch. We understand, Cap. No problem. So let's get this in here. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. 44 seconds on the clock. That is set. We're going to turn off the volume, and we're going to shuffle. And here we go. And everybody even so far. Nobody really taking off. We've got Luchabetic. Mark is, and let's see, Ryan Hofrey. Nope, not Ryan. I'm sorry. Nerd was
hanging out there.
Bob NYC's up in the lead so far. John D right behind him. Nerd with Swag and Burbinghard up there at the top, also starting to pull away when we know that they're going to fade back in the field, as they are starting to do.
Well, Bob, go wire to wire.
Looks like Ryan Hofrey is coming up strong. So let's see. Somebody's going to come get it. Oh, here comes Captain.
Oh,
and
Captain,
John, look at that.
Bubba.
Look at
Bubba
that.
coming in with the super horse.
Bubba is our winner this evening. Look at that.
I want that horse tested for steroids, please.
That's a Franken horse.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Bubba said said to the horse, if you don't win, you know where you're going to end up.
No, I've seen that tail on another horse before.
Stuffed in my living room. That's where he's going to end up.
Yeah.
And we do have a super chat from the Cap for the StreamYard Fund. Cap, thank you so much again. And thank you so much for the unboxing this evening. That was freaking awesome. I love that watch, man. Congratulations.
Thanks,
we want to thank, we also want to thank Luchabetic Mark for coming in, stopping by tonight. We know that he's still not feeling all that great and still in quite a bit of pain. So we thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. We want to thank our man, Mitch, Jen G, Brian the Pipe. I'm Robert. We will see you on Tuesday, where I think we're going to look at some budget collections and building you a budget collection for under $5,000 that you're going to love.
Well, screw that shit. I'm out.
Yeah, well, bite me.
You can do it.
We'll see you guys later. You guys have a good time. We leave you with a classic from.
Come and get it! 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 You won't regret it in 2022 at Tip Top Snack Bar!